Title: Don't be naive. There's no divorce coming. Asterisk asterisk my unfaithful wife declared. I just need one evening to confirm I'm still appealing to other men. She calmly informed me she was going on a date and would spend the night with him. Unbeknownst to her, her words ignited a plan for retribution that would alter everything. I had always believed my marriage to Sophia was unshakable. We met during our university years, two driven individuals navigating the cutthroat realm of finance. She was sharp, strategic, and always in command. Together, we forged successful careers, her in corporate finance, me in investment banking. We amassed wealth, lived luxuriously, and I thought we shared love. I was mistaken. One evening, in our sleek London apartment, Sophia stood by the floor-to-ceiling window, swirling her wine. Her sharp green eyes avoided mine as she spoke. "Don't be naive," she said. "There's no divorce coming." I blinked, confused. "What?" She turned, her expression as casual as if she were commenting on the rain. "I just need one night to prove I'm still desirable to others. That's it." The floor seemed to tilt beneath me. "Sophia, do you hear what you're saying?" She sighed, as if I were the one being unreasonable. "James, you don't get it. I need this. It's not about you. Not about me." I let out a bitter chuckle. "You're telling me you're going to betray me, and I'm supposed to accept it?" She rolled her eyes, setting her glass on the granite counter. "It's not betrayal if I'm upfront about it. I'm being transparent. I need to feel that spark again. I love you, James, but I won't be confined." I stared, struggling to recognize the woman I'd married. Without another word, she walked to our bedroom, pulled out a suitcase, and began packing. No secrecy, no shame. She genuinely believed she was untouchable. Something inside me broke. She assumed I'd sit idly by, like a fool, waiting for her return. She was gravely mistaken. The moment the door closed behind her, I grabbed my phone. "Marco," I said when my closest friend answered. "I need your assistance." Marco, my friend since university and a brilliant forensic accountant, picked up on the strain in my voice. "What's going on?" he asked. "Sophia's cheating," I said flatly. "Or she's about to. I want to make her pay." Marco let out a low whistle. "That's harsh, mate, but I'm with you. What's the strategy?" I exhaled. "Start with her finances. Sophia's meticulous, but she's not flawless. If there's anything questionable, I want to know." "Done," he replied. "Anything else?" "Yes," I said, a cold smile forming. "Let's ensure she regrets this night forever." When Sophia returned the next morning, still in the same dress, she sauntered in, tossing her purse onto the sofa, utterly composed. "See," she said, stretching. "No harm done." I looked at her, my expression neutral. "Enjoy yourself?" She gave me a calculating glance. "James, don't be petty." I said nothing, just offered a faint smile, and turned away. That was the moment she should have sensed trouble, but she didn't. She had no clue that while she was seeking validation from a stranger, I was orchestrating the collapse of her world. The first strike hit her career. Marco uncovered something damning. Hidden transfers, financial irregularities. Sophia had been funneling small sums from her company into personal accounts, subtle enough to go unnoticed, but illegal. She likely thought she was invincible. That changed when an anonymous tip reached her firm's compliance team. I watched her pace our living room that evening, phone glued to her ear. "What do you mean, suspicious transactions?" "That's absurd," she snapped. She was unraveling, and I was just warming up. The next day, her credit card was declined at an upscale boutique. She dismissed it as a glitch, pulling out another card. But by week's end, she wasn't so cavalier. "James," she said one night, standing in our bedroom doorway, her usual poise faltering. "Something's wrong." I glanced up from my tablet. "Is it?" "My accounts, they're frozen," she stammered. "And there's an investigation at work. Someone reported me." I raised an eyebrow. "That sounds serious." Her gaze sharpened. "You don't seem shocked." I shrugged. "Maybe I know exactly who you are." She inhaled sharply. "You." I cut her off smoothly. "You brought this on yourself." Her lips parted, but no words came. "Good. Let the fear take root." The final blow came when I handed her the divorce papers. Her hands shook as she skimmed the pages. "You're serious?" she whispered. "Dead serious," I replied. Her face twisted. "You can't just walk away." "I made one mistake." "A mistake?" I laughed. "No, Sophia. You made a choice. And so did I." Her arrogance crumbled, replaced by panic. "You love me," she insisted. I shook my head. I loved who I thought you were. Now, I just want to see you fall. With that, I walked away, leaving her to face the ruins of her own creation. Sophia had spent years crafting her perfect persona, a celebrated finance expert, a devoted wife, a woman in control. In days, I stripped it all away. The investigation at her firm escalated. The board, once full of praise, now viewed her with distrust. Compliance officers scrutinized every transaction. Her accounts were locked, her reputation in tatters, and now she faced an impending divorce. One morning, I watched her sit at the kitchen island, staring blankly at her coffee mug. Her fingers tapped nervously. The unshakable Sophia was fading, and I relished every moment. Then came the real blow. "James," she called, her voice softer than usual. "We need to talk." I leaned against the doorway, arms folded. "About what?" She exhaled shakily. "I messed up." I raised an eyebrow. "You don't say." She swallowed. "I got carried away. It wasn't about you. It was about me needing to feel wanted." I finished her sentence. "Desirable." She flinched. "Yes, but it meant nothing." "I love you." I let out a deep laugh. "You love me? You love me so much you announced you were sleeping with another man? That's your version of love." Tears welled in her eyes. "I didn't think it would hurt you this much." I tilted my head. "That's the issue, Sophia. You never thought of me at all." She reached for my hand, but I stepped back. "We can fix this," she pleaded. I gave her a cold, steady look. "No, Sophia. You live with the consequences now." The next week broke her. Her firm terminated her. The financial misconduct was too incriminating. She fought to clear her name, but in finance, a scandal is a death sentence. Then she discovered her lover, the man she risked everything for, had vanished. He was just a fleeting thrill, uninterested in her chaos. The final blow was realizing she had nothing left. Sophia always believed she could manipulate her way out of anything. Not this time. I ensured she lost it all. The divorce papers were only the start. I had legally transferred all our assets into my name. The apartment? Sold. Her beloved luxury car? Repossessed. Her credit? Ruined. She thought she held power, but it was all borrowed from me. The day she returned to find the locks changed, her bags outside, and an eviction notice in my name, I watched from across the street. She collapsed to her knees, staring at her new reality. The woman who had everything was now left with nothing. I felt weightless. Days later, she called. I nearly ignored it, but curiosity won. "Hello, Sophia." Silence, then a trembling breath. "I have nothing, James." I leaned back in my chair. "I know." More silence. "Please," she whispered. I smirked. "Please what?" "Please help me," she said, her voice breaking. "You destroyed me. My job, my reputation, my money. You." She choked on a sob. "You planned this, didn't you?" I sighed theatrically. "Sophia, you did this to yourself. I just ensured you faced the fallout." She sniffled. "I was your wife." I closed my eyes, shaking my head. "You were supposed to be my wife. You threw that away for one night of ego." "James," she whispered, her voice raw with desperation. I was done. "You made your choice, Sophia. Now live with it." I said icily, then hung up. I stared at the phone, half expecting another call. It never came. That was when she realized I was truly gone. I left London behind, starting anew in Geneva. My career soared, my life blossomed, and for the first time in years, I felt liberated. I no longer carried the burden of betrayal. Instead, I carried the satisfaction of knowing Sophia had learned a brutal lesson. Arrogance destroys faster than betrayal. As for her, last I heard, she was struggling, jobless, alone, still trying to piece together the wreckage. I had no regrets. Some believe revenge is fueled by anger. They're wrong. True revenge is making someone realize exactly what they've lost. And I had done just that. Betrayal only stings when the betrayed holds on. Let go, and the burden shifts entirely to the betrayer. Share your thoughts below. If you enjoyed this tale of retribution, follow for more.